Hello YouTube, back with another Pony review, and today I'm reviewing Sweetberry. She's a character who's been around. She was definitely probably one of the retro G3 ponies, as I would probably call it, because she's been around almost since the beginning. I mean, she was in basically every movie at some point or another. I mean, she had a more prominent. She didn't have any like huge roles in the movies, but she did. She did have at least more speaking roles than some of the other characters on the show, in those movies. And she was also in both the World's Biggest Tea Party. She was in that one. She with her own contribution to the song, but she's mostly known from the movies being the baker in the Cotton Candy Cafe. Bakes all the delicious treats every year, whenever possible. I mean, she may be somewhat infamous with the scene with Rarity, eating basically the entire cake, and just kind of watching the whole thing in complete disbelief that someone could eat this much. I mean, I'm sure she's probably happy mentally, deep down. She's probably happy about the ordeal. I mean, the fact that someone's actually liking her food, but she was in such disbelief that she couldn't even say anything. And of course, we get to Charming Birthday. It was another example where you can take it a little too far. Of course, sometimes, I think we all have that, where we just sometimes can't help ourselves and we take a little too far, and you end up finding out too late that that wasn't a good idea. I mean, she was building basically some giant cake while I think it was Sparkleworks and Minty were playing checkers right next door. She was right building this giant cake, and it topples over. She tries to stop it, so she knew she picked up on it, but she didn't pick up on it quickly enough. But I mean, she had a bit of she had at least some were watching her. They were kind of keeping an eye on her as well, because I mean, she was kind of probably somewhat the focus, considering what she was doing was probably somewhat more interesting than the game that we weren't really seeing a whole lot of. But obviously, I mean, she's definitely a likable character. I mean, she does say sweet a lot, but then it kind of sums her up. She is a baker, after all. I mean, it makes perfect sense that she would, she would use, dialogue of that nature. Obviously, she's liked by her friends like her, because, I mean, not only does she bake for them, but she also is enjoyable as a character. So, I mean, you could be a baker, but be obnoxious, but still bake stuff for others. So it's sort of that 50-50 split personality there. I mean, you're trying to usually give it together. But she's nice as a whole. I mean, even in the World's Biggest Tea Party, she actually proves to be rather nice. I mean, she'll be somewhat boastful, but that's only because I think she feels proud of herself and what she does. That's completely different from being entirely... This is not like G4 Rainbow Dash, where she's boastful and she's being arrogant. That's completely different in her sake. There's being proud and there's being arrogant. I mean, there's sort of one leads to the other, technically speaking. But yeah, I guess I definitely say I enjoy her as a character. I mean, she's always pleasant to be on screen, voiced by the same person who does Trixie. So if you're liking Friendship is Magic but hate G3, don't hate G3, because Sweetberry basically gave you Trixie, because it's the same voice actor as a whole. And she also did Puzzlement as well. So Puzzlement didn't really have a whole lot of screen time either, but she did have her own games that kind of sort of made up for it. So definitely a likable character. I would definitely give her a shot. Give her a shot in all the movies. I mean, if you don't like her, she's not in all the shots. She doesn't have a big role in the movies. If you do like her, well, she's in every movie, so you got that going for you. So that's my review on G3 Sweetberry. Thanks for watching.